Big policy changes ahead as President-elect Trump will take office. Our next guest says to expect over 100 executive orders on day one, mostly deregulation. Joining us now with the 2025 policy outlook in Washington, Sarah Bianchi, Evercore ISI public policy chief strategist, mostly involving deregulation. In what areas do you think, Sarah?
Well, I think we're going to see a lot of deregulatory actions on energy and in the environment. There's a whole slew of rules that President Biden put through that really have, that Trump will signal right away that he's going to get rid of. Also financials, another place we see deregulation, and then just a message to all the agencies to give them a whole slew of ideas to get Doge going and to push back. But of course, with Trump, nothing is ever simple. So we also do expect a number of signals on tariffs that we believe will start conversations with China, the EU, Mexico, Canada, and beyond.
There are reports that it's going to be slow as you go, I guess, to start with the tariffs and ramping up as negotiations continue. I think you acknowledge that, but you don't want people to get too excited about, the tariffs not being a problem. You think it may be slow, but for people that don't think there's going to be any tariffs, they're going to be sorely disappointed.
I think that's right. We've seen a lot of leaks out of the Trump transition, and we've even seen the president-elect himself commenting on Truth Social, pushing back on one of the stories last week. So a lot of trial balloons, a lot of discussions. I think what they're trying to do is to figure out how to balance a really strong commitment to tariffs with an acknowledgement that they are inflationary. They are something the markets are nervous about. We're seeing higher yields. We're seeing a jittery bond market. So how can they get all of this done? So last week it was perhaps maybe they target to a few less sectors. Now the conversation is maybe phase it in. It's all part of the same idea. We do expect this administration to give us more tariffs. They can do that all with executive actions, but they're going to have to calibrate carefully given that this is also a president who, as we know, watches the markets quite closely. Right.
It's hard to massage the stock market. Obviously, no one is really any good at it, but he doesn't own it yet. And so you could almost, in the back of your mind, you could see this is the time maybe to not be quite as concerned about inflationary expectations. The minute January 20th comes, that's when the rubber meets the road. That's where he's going to be judged. And he cares about things like that, the president-elect.
Absolutely. And last time he started, the thrust of his first-term economic policy was a tax cut, including a corporate cut that the markets really liked. And this time, the things that are coming early are tariffs, albeit maybe phased in, and immigration. And this time now the market's a little bit more focused on deficits and extending his tax cuts and adding a few new ones to boot. Is a tough economic mix for the market. So I think it's a bit of a more difficult dance than he has seen before.
In the SALT is a mess that everybody's talking about that now, and there's people are in their corners, even in the Republican Party, but Democrats are involved too. In the blue states. I don't know how that comes out. The whole idea that that the reason you had to you can't get rid of the whole cap. You might be able to raise the cap. It's because it would cost so much money because they were used for pay-fors. So there's no way to really get out of it at this point. Do you think?
I think that's exactly the challenge. Raising the caps to what some of these members are talking about is several $100 billion, and already extending just what was in the Trump tax cuts the first time is about $5 trillion. And then there's a few other ideas from the campaign, and some want to see more on the corporate side. So the SALT one is one of the trickier ones he's going to have to deal with. I think last week's conversation, they appear pretty far apart, but they've got time. And remember, these are very, very narrow House majorities. So He really needs every vote. So we're going to get something done, but boy, is it going to be a needle threading exercise.
And a reconciliation. If only the dream of $2 trillion could be realized without any pain for Doge, and then you use that $2 trillion to do all the other stuff. Go to 15 on the corporate tax, but bring back the, get rid of the SALT cap, do it all, and just break even, and then just sail into the future with higher stock prices and 4% GDP. That might not happen, Sarah.
It sounds good. The problem with getting $2 trillion out of Doge, out of a $7 trillion,
it's impossible.
It's hard to do that without Social Security, interest payments, or Medicare. But look, the Doge is an important exercise. I think it's long overdue, but I don't think they're going to get the numbers they're talking about or anywhere close, unfortunately. So
right, it would free up a lot for the other thing. And what do you think? They go up a little on SALT. How much could they do? You think?
Well, I guess right now some of the members want 100,000, and we're at 10. I think Trump maybe offered 20. They're going to have to split it somewhere in the middle, but it's expensive, so maybe a bit closer to where Trump is than where the members are. And look, they're going to need. This is why they've had a fight over should we do one bill or two bill. They might need border spending and everything to kind of corral everyone to get this vote across the finish. Going to be really tough.
We're talking about SALT like it's done. I mean, it was something that was put in place by the Republicans when they passed the taxes back in 2017.
It was a pay for. Right?
It was a pay for.
But it was the first deduction that we had. The state it goes all the way back.
You're talking about it like it's a done deal. Do you think it's a done deal, Sarah, that there will be something done on SALT?
Like 10 grand.
Because it's expensive, even if you do 10 grand. I think it's what was
but it's we already spent. It's like the congestion pricing. We can't get rid of the congestion pricing because we already spent the money. It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. We can't get rid of the SALT cap because then the deficit blows out. I don't know. Frustrating.
They got to do something. There's a lot of members who care. President Trump campaigned for some of them. I think it's hard to get all the votes given the tightness of their margins without giving a little bit here, but. You guys are pointing out the math is challenging. The numbers don't work yet. Right. So I don't see a magic billion yet, but I'm going to keep looking.